Well, I know summer's really here now because my hay fever's kicking off like crazy, and I'm seeing a lot more caravans and vans on the road. And because there's lots more travellers on the road, and the school holidays are going to start soon, which means lots of families are going camping, and people will be travelling and looking for places to camp down here on the coast. So what I'm thinking is I need a bit more privacy in certain spaces. Like right now, this is like my bath area here at the moment, right next to the kitchen. But like the track's right here, so if people walk or ride their bikes past or whatever, I don't have much privacy if I'm just bathing here. So yeah, so what I'm thinking is I'm going to set up a bit of a privacy screen over here. I'm going to use this tree, I reckon, as part of it. So the new bathing area would be like here. And I'll stretch a tarp around this tree, and that should give me pretty good privacy sight lines. If I'm here having a bath, and the tarp will go across there, so screening that approach to the camp there, and the tarp will go across this way just far enough to overlap with the tent there, and that'll give me plenty of privacy looking up that way up the track. So yeah, I think that should work out pretty good. Plan in progress. Now I just got to make it happen. Right, so got plenty of ropes here. Definitely going to need some rope. And the other thing I'm going to need is a tarp. I got a bunch of different tarps in different sizes. So it's just a question of picking the right one. I think this one might be good. Maybe. Well, I'll spread it out and see what that's like. Okay, so the general idea is to stretch this tarp around this tree in a kind of an L shape. And I'm just using this tree because it's there, and it's kind of a convenient way to get a nice strong structural situation happening without a lot of extra poles and stuff. So yeah, the first thing I think is to fasten the tarp to the tree in the right position, and then I'll just go from there, I reckon. Okay, so just tie that off there. Keep it at the height I want, give it a rough position. I've used that tree because why not? It's quick and dirty. Saves me having to set up poles and do a whole lot of corner ropes to keep the poles nice and solid. And once I've got this corner rigged up as well, you can see how that's starting to, you can see how that's going to screen from the road. That's the road over there. This will screen, give me a lot more privacy when I'm back in here having my bath. People won't really be able to see me if I don't want them to. It'd be great. Rig this rope around a tree too. Come back over to this other corner and just pull that up tight. Once we get it cinched up there, just do a quick release knot there. Stop it taking off on me. Just like that. There we go. So we actually pretty much got the basic shape now. That's very close to what I want, I think. Last step in this super simple rigging project is peg down the bottom of the tarp so it doesn't flap around in the wind like this. Simple but effective. So I'm just gonna stick the bucket and my bath mat in there. Plop that right there. Perfect. Go. That's it. Just enough space to have a wash. And I've got privacy all around. The road's not visible to the north. Definitely isn't visible to the south because the forest is really dense cover over that way. That's perfect. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, I couldn't really have come up with a simpler, easier solution than that. I'm using the natural setting like the trees and stuff. And what I did just here at the corners to finish it off a bit, I pegged it down to the ground at the corner of the tarp, but I've also put this little cord here just to keep that flappy bit down the bottom tightened up a bit. I think that's a good situation because in a really strong wind, that little flappiness will allow the wind to escape a bit better. It won't turn this thing into a massive sail, but at the same time it's also going to keep its shape quite well. Yeah, good compromise between rigidity and not getting torn apart by strong winds. I've actually also added a little prop there. Just use this stick to prop up the bottom of the tarp in the middle there, so if there's a really strong wind, air can escape through that little gap at the bottom as well. Yeah, ready to go. Got my bath mitts there. Bathroom reno complete. And here's the view coming down the track into camp from the south. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, well, that's that one. One job down. I'm going to have another little project to do like this today, but I think I'm going to change into my shorts first because despite how breezy it is today, it's pretty damn warm, so I'm starting to feel a little bit sweaty. Right, so my shit pit is just over here behind these bushes. So it's quite close to the track here, and that's not ideal, obviously, because on the rare occasion that people do come down this track, I'm having a shit right there. Then they're going to see me. It hasn't really come up yet because, you know, it's been quiet time of year, but summer's here now, and so I think there's going to be a few more people up and down here. I really need to put some kind of privacy screen in there. Now, why did I choose to put the shit pit right there? Well, actually it's kind of by default because I tried a whole bunch of different spaces further down in the forest there, deeper into the woods, where I'd be completely out of sight of the track. But unfortunately, the ground here is really stony. And so actually it was extremely difficult, I'm going to say impossible, to dig holes pretty much everywhere else that I tried. I'm just going to put a very simple tarp shelter there that'll protect, you know, sight lines from the road. Might do a middle pitch to a tree back here and then go to the sides after that. So yeah, that's gonna pull up there and make like a wall. That's what I want. Gotta get this one up there. Alright, so now we got basically just got a big old tarp wall right by the shit pit, which you can't really see there, it's in the shadow, and I'm keeping the camera at an angle where you can't see the nastiness in the shit pit, so but yeah, let's have a look, see what it looks like from the roadside. That's actually not too bad. That's worked a bit better than I thought it would already. I haven't even tweaked it yet, but that's pretty good. Up here on the track, as you come down towards the camp, it's going to give me a fair bit of privacy. Don't want to freak anybody out to the point where they just go and call the council. That's the main thing. Like, I don't want anyone coming past and then some Karen ringing up the council and going, "I was a man taking a shit in the woods," you know, because people do these sort of things from time to time. Right, job done. Pretty tidy. Right there in that shadow, that's where the shit pit is. And the great thing is, like, when I will have to dig a new one in a couple of weeks, and then when I do, I just slide the whole tarp wall over a little bit, just the lengths of those ropes that go up to the trees there. Yeah, it'll be pretty easy to relocate the wall when I relocate the shit pit too. Job done. A lot easier to do it now than when the really hot weather starts. It's actually a pretty windy day today. Bit of movement happening up there. So yeah, my bathroom shelter hasn't blown away yet, so that's really good. This is one of the stronger, windier days that I've seen up here so far, so that's it hasn't been the easiest day to do the pitching, but it has actually been good to see that even in the wind, they don't seem to be flapping around or anything, which is great. Nothing goes quite as well with steak and onions as a bit of Polish gherkin. Man, I eat this meal 5 days a week, I swear to God. So good. So good.